It's a good day. We had a good night last night. We had Kelly O'Hara. Y'all remember Kelly O'Hara? She's a Broadway star, singer, Tony Award winner. She was in Oklahoma. She was in The King and I, which she won her Tony Award. And she was in Oklahoma City last night at the Civic Center. 2,000 people in the hall, and she was doing a concert for Drew Edmondson for governor. So it couldn't beat a deal like that. She did a really good job, and the best news at all is nobody wanted me to sing. Turned out good for everybody. Great to be back in Osage County. A lot of good memories up here, and proud to be revisiting them today. I do appreciate the nation and all that it's done for the economy and the people of Osage County and the state of Oklahoma, for that matter. And appreciate my relationship with the Osage Nation and also with the people of Osage County. I was just remembering a dear friend who's not with us anymore, Larry Stewart, who was DA up here. And Larry, when we went from county attorneys to district attorneys, I don't know if everybody knows this, Larry came up with the formula for allocation of funds that moved 77 county attorneys to 27 district attorneys. And that was a monumental task, and from then on, I was AG DA from 82 to 92. And this took place back in the 60s. But all the time I was DA and ever since, they referred to it as the Stewart Plan. And I liked it because it was real good to Muskogee. It took care of us just fine down in Muskogee County. But Larry was a mentor of mine and somebody whose opinion and track record I admired and tried to emulate. And I miss him personally. So, but it's good to be back here visiting with friends. The campaign's going well. We feel good about it. It's been a long road. May 1st of last year when I announced for governor, and now a year and a half later, still running hard. And if you're keeping count, it's 29 days left in the campaign. Anybody who's keeping track, we're getting close to that time. The ad wars have started. You've seen some of those. Some of them are positive, some of them are kind of negative. The one that kind of tickles me at the moment is the one that has the cows in it, saying that I'm going to raise your income taxes. Well, you need to know two things. Number one, and most importantly, I'm not going to raise your income taxes. I've never talked about raising your income taxes, not part of my game plan. I've talked about gross production tax, capital gains, and tobacco. Those are the three that I've talked about. Those are the three that's part of my plan. Not your income tax. So that's number one. Number two is, and we're still doing the research on this, but we think those are out-of-state cows. We think they've appeared in commercials for other candidates. So they're not only out-of-state cows, those are professional cows. Those are actor cows. Those are not real Oklahoma cattle. So I know there's some cattlemen in here. I just wanted you to know those are not Oklahoma cows in that ad. Oklahoma cows are predominantly for me. How do I know that? I don't know that. Cows don't do a lot of talking. Some of them are kind of amusing. I like the wrecking ball ad. It started the day after the runoff election. I mean, it wasn't 12 hours. The polls closed at 7. At 6 a.m. the next morning, the wrecking ball ad was out there, and I kind of like that one too. I thought, you see that red barn that the wrecking ball knocked down? It's a red barn sitting out in the middle of a field with no road leading up to it and no road leading away from it. Now, I figured whoever made that ad doesn't know beans about barns. That was it, and I saw it 2 or 3 times, and I thought, well, if that's the best they can do, we'll be all right. So we're out running hard, talking about what I intend to do as governor for education, for health care, for mental health, for bringing down prison population, for building this state into the best state we can possibly build in order to attract business and industry in, and in order to encourage existing businesses to expand. I heard a very good suggestion, one that I have taken to heart in the past and continue believing today, is that we can do a lot of that economic development in partnership with the Indian Nations. The Indian Nations offer things to the state in terms of the benefits of doing things on tribal land, for example, that they are uniquely in a position to offer, and we would be crazy not to be in partnership with the Indian Nations all across the state of Oklahoma in a number of things, including economic development.
Yeah.
So I'm here upon my election. I would extend that offer, and I look forward to working with the Osage and the Choctaws and the Cherokees, the Creeks and the Seminoles, the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and all the tribes that are engaged in economic development. Because we all want the same thing. We all want the same thing, and that's to have good schools for our kids, to have healthy lifestyles in the state, to make sure that our hospitals and clinics can stay open. And I think opting into the Medicaid expansion is critical to that, to keeping our hospitals and clinics open.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you can talk about the humanitarian reason for doing it, providing basic medical coverage to 153,000 Oklahomans, because it's the right thing to do, keeping in mind that these are people who work full-time, they earn too much money to qualify for Medicaid, and not enough to opt into the insurance pool, and so they're stuck in the middle, and they have no basic health care coverage at all. So they show up when they're very sick at the emergency room. Their care is uncompensated, and it's part of what's driving hospitals into the red instead of the black. So by providing their basic medical care, we also keep hospitals and clinics open. And did you know, by the way, that our life expectancy in the state of Oklahoma has been downgraded? Did you know that? It's been reduced, and that's just not supposed to happen in civilized countries. We expect that things will keep improving, that our kids will live longer than we're going to live, and things will just keep getting better, and they're supposed to, but they haven't. Because of our health indicators, our life expectancy has actually been downgraded, and 3 of our communities in the state of Oklahoma made a list of the worst life expectancy outcomes in the nation. Those 3 were Stillwell over in Adair County, and Shakota and Eufaula in McIntosh County. Stillwell was the worst, but all 3 of them had the same bad indicator, and that is their life expectancy was in the 50s. 50, not 70, you know, in the 50s. Now, folks, we can do better than that. We have the opportunity to do better than that. We have the resources to do better than that. We are a great state. We just need to start making correct decisions. Not opting into Medicaid expansion was a decision by our governor. It was a bad decision in my view, and in my view, perhaps the worst decision